Hi, 6th graders. Mrs. Iwanski again. Wanted to show you one other option for publishing your PSA, and that would be using Powtoon slides. So we're going to go into our Powtoon. Again, if you don't have this app, go ahead and connect it because it's one that you're probably going to want. It's just taking a minute here to get in there. Perfect. So I've showed you Powtoon before. If you want to start with a blank Powtoon, you can certainly do that, but you're going to have to make a lot of decisions about how you want it to run. If you do decide to start with a blank Powtoon, I just want to show you quickly that you should have it in movie mode. So up here we have options of slideshow or movie mode. When I put it in slideshow mode, notice it puts those holds in, so it's going to stop at the end of each slide. That's not going to make it like a movie, like a PSA announcement would be. So if you're going to use Powtoon, make sure you have it in movie mode so that it's playing completely through that slide and then going directly onto the next slide, that we aren't having to click between slides, because remember, this isn't going to be a presentation, it's going to be a movie that we play. Powtoon is pretty basic. You can use the animations up here. Any style that doesn't have that word more on it would be a style that you're going to have access to. I want to show you, some you may not have seen yet, Powtoon Slides. And Powtoon Slides is slightly different than Powtoon Studio, because in Powtoon Slides, I just have to get back there. Give me a second here. Back to my dashboard. In Powtoon Slides, if I go to Dashboard, I have the option of doing slides. What slides is going to have is it's going to have pre-made presentations that I'm putting my stuff into to make it my own. So if I go to Create in Powtoon Slides, these are the options that I have for creating my Powtoon. These are going to be templates that I'm then going to put my own stuff into. So for example, if I choose Photo Show, if my plan for my PSA was to use all picture backgrounds with words, and I click Go, it's going to open up a Powtoon, but notice it says Powtoon Slides. Instead of starting from scratch and having all those editing options, I'm going to have pre-made layouts that I can choose from. So for example, if I want a picture to come up and then my words to come over the top of it, I can choose this slide, put in my text and my header. So maybe I do, it is a growing problem. I have to shrink that down a little bit so I can see it. In our schools. And then when I hover over the background, I can select the background image. I can choose something else. I can either use what's in my library, these are things that I've uploaded along the way, or I can do a media search and it's going to search right in here for Flickr. So if I go to Merton School, let's see if there's a picture of Merton School. No such luck. So let's go back to my library. And since I've taken a picture of Merton School in the past, if I go here, I could find that photo. Let's see if this one's it. There's my Merton School picture. I'm going to go ahead and insert that picture. So now I have my background of it's a growing problem in our schools ready to go. And how that's going to be already pre-made is that these two things are going to fly in. When I want to add my next slide then, I have these options for what I can add. These are going to be the ones that I can add text to, and if I hover over it, it's going to show me how that text is going to come in. These are the ones that I'm going to be able to just put a picture on, and then these are going to be the ones that are pictures and then more creative ways to add my text in there. Depending on what template you pick depends on what options you have when you add your slides. So they don't all have the same options. These just happen to be the ones that I picked out or that come along with the template that I chose in Powtoon Slides. Notice how much more limited you are in using Powtoon Slides as opposed to WeVideo. If you really want to customize your public service announcement, make it do all the great things that you were talking about them doing in your project planning sheet, you're probably going to need to use WeVideo. I would highly encourage you to expand your horizons. Use WeVideo because I think it's going to give you a much more personalized option, where Powtoon is going to really limit how creative you can be with your PSA. The choice is up to you. Just make sure that you're meeting the criteria on the rubric, that you're driving an idea home, and that you're using pictures, images, sounds, and voices to do so. Look forward to seeing what you come up with.